pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Heavenly Father, we just come before you this morning and we thank you for a beautiful day. We thank you for the freedoms we enjoy that we're able to assemble here, and just pray you would guide our decisions, that they be pleasing to you. I just thank you for our police and fire, EMS, and our military people that stand ready for us, that are willing to sacrifice so much for us. Just thank you for that. Thank you for your son that died for us. I pray these things in your name. Amen.
Thank you, Brad. I'd like to call the meeting to order and entertain a motion for the signing of the claims and minutes.
Make a motion
to approve.
Second.
Moved and second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Okay, we'll do that after the meeting. We can speed things on a little bit. Today, we're honored to have Daryl McDowell, our Veteran Service Officer, here with our Veteran of the Month.
Morning all. Always a pleasure, especially with the day. Chosen by our commissioners. For the month, this month, Harold. Definitions are I've heard versions of it from him several times, so now my mind is kind of messed up with that. But they currently live in Mentone. He was born in September of 1954 to James and Helen. We're both deceased now. He has 5 brothers and 1 sister. And this is a note. He graduated from St. Louis High School in Honolulu, Hawaii. I'll let you chew on that a little bit. Jobs that he had before high school. Brillis Brothers Foods in Mentone. Chew on that. Got it. But then he decided in 1972 to join the United States Army. He started his career in basic training at Fort Knox, Kentucky. And luck has it that his advanced civil training, or his vast military training, he was sent up the street to Fort Campbell, Kentucky, stayed in the state to be an infantryman, 11 Bravo. His assignment, 101st Airborne Air Mobile, Screaming Eagles, who at Fort Campbell. He lasted 2 years before they said, hey, we're going to send you to Korea. High school, he's assigned to Korea. So he graduated high school when he was assigned and served in Korea. Thanks for continuing and not giving up on the further education in there. From Campbell, he was then sent to Korea, like I said, and then here's the interesting piece is that he started out with the 1st Infantry Division in Fort Riley, Kansas. Now, Fort Riley at the time had just one brigade with a different division headquarters. And then lo and behold, they said, hey, you got that big red 1 patch. We're going to send you to Germany to the 1st Infantry Division. So he got to see on both sides of the street where, so Big Red 1 is very close to me, and I welcome you as a fellow brother in that. He was discharged in December 27th, 1980. The challenge is they couldn't get him out before Christmas, I guess, but that's cool. In the rank of Staff Sergeant. He's married to a lovely wife, Deborah. Been married for 50 years. Awesome. Thanks for staying with us and putting up with him. They currently live, like I said, in Mentone. They have 2 children, Thomas and Courtney, 7 grandchildren and 1 grandchild, great grandchild. After his discharge, he worked as a dock foreman for a couple of years with Cretan Brothers in Warsaw, followed by USDA food inspection for 30 plus years. Awesome. Stayed with with that piece. Currently, he's a real big golf nut. I think every day he's playing golf. That's a pretty good deal. Along with that, he loves woodworking and painting. He also wants to or participates in community service by being the groundskeeper. I had a good conversation before this, groundskeeper of the Mentone United Methodist Church. And he's also one of those standby drivers for transporting individuals, church members, when they need it to get somewhere. So, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Harold, veteran in the month. All right. With that, Kosciusko County awards the Veteran of the Month to Harold in recognition of his outstanding contributions to the mission of serving the people of the United States, the residents of Kosciusko County, and the honorable service as a member of the United States Army. Thank you for your service.
I entered the service at a time when it wasn't very good to be. Vietnam was still going on. People were running here and there protesting, but I really felt my duty to serve. Love my country, and it's just an honor to do it. We traveled quite a bit, Germany, Korea, done a lot of things. He had mentioned I graduated high school in Korea, large graduating class of 2. And had the privilege of a 4-star general giving me my diploma. So, yeah. Deb was a big part of that, without the support of family, it's hard. We were apart for a lot of years as I traveled, so she stuck with me, so she too should get the award. And it's an honor to be here today, and thank you very much.
Yeah, it's awesome stuff. Thanks again, Daryl.
Ask if he's headed for the golf course.
He said he's gonna wait because he's got a, what is it, the club championship?
All right.
I've been practicing golf this morning. 4. Well, it's close to golf cycle. Okay, Community Coordinator Amy Rowe is, I don't see her here, so we'll move right along. County Highway, Troy Kinsel standing in for Steve, who is doing some legislative work for the county this morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Troy.
Today I have 2 things for you. I'm seeking your approval for the unofficial detour agreement between us and NDOT. They have State Road 14 closed for bridge maintenance and repair between Silver Lake and South Whitley over Crazy Creek overflow. So they are using state routes for the official detour, and we would like to use our detour. The unofficial would be State Road 14 to 600 East to 1150 South to 700 East and back to State Road 14. NDOT, this contract we have, they will reimburse us for any damages related to the unofficial detour after approval from NDOT. So if there's anything that goes awry, then we'll seek them and they'll reach back to us and we'll go from there. So I'm seeking your approval for that detour today.
You're ready for a motion? I would make
Yes,
a motion.
chair's ready for motion.
Make the motion.
Second that.
It's been moved and second. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Very good.
The second thing I have is an LPA consulting contract between us and BF&S or Butler, Fairman, Suford. This is for an HSIP grant through NDOT that we have been awarded for a road striping initiative. This agreement between us and BF&S is not to exceed $56,000. This grant is a 90-10 split. NDOT has already reviewed this contract, sent it back to us. We've done our checklist. We've done our due diligence on this. We've sent it to Mr. Ormsby to have him check it out too already. So we're seeking your approval to move ahead with this LPA consulting contract.
Okay,
I'd make a motion to approve.
it's been moved and
Second.
any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Thank you, Troy.
That's all I have. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Keep up the good work.
Thank you very much.
Sheriff's Office, Sheriff Jim Smith.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning.
Morning, Sheriff.
I come before you today to present the January to June 2024 commissary report. It's my understanding that each of you received an electronic version of this. So I will open it up for any questions you may have regarding that.
Have any questions?
Questions on it?
I guess the only thing I seen was that there was 1 month that it was really low and then it was really high the next month. Was it just a matter of when those dollars came
It's
in?
kind of, it's kind of the way some of those bills came in as well. There's some things that we know that are coming will be on the larger side, so that account will build up a little bit, but we know that those expenditures are on their way. So we've got it in a good spot now, but yeah, it kind of evens itself out, but there are some high and lows. So.
Sounds like kind of home. You plan on bills coming and you save and when they come, you got the money for
Well,
it.
Cheryl does a good job. She does a good job preparing this for you guys, but she also does a good job helping us remember that certain things are coming. She's been doing it long enough now. She knows when those cycles and the bills and stuff are.
Very good.
So she plans accordingly. So we're lucky to have her.
Okay.
Need a motion to approve.
Motion to approve the report.
I'll make a motion to approve.
It's been moved and second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Very good. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Area plan, Lee Taylor. We have to wait till 9:15 for that.
No.
She's part of the report.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Good morning.
What's your step? There you go. When they mentioned brigade this morning in the service report, I remembered your husband, Boys Brigade, and I was a member of that. That was good stuff.
So I'm before you, Petona Bay on Peyton's Farm, up on the northwest side of Tippy. They have gone to the Board of Zoning Appeals and are asking to expand. So we're adding a new EMS lane. And because this particular location is not lot numbers, but EMS lanes, I need your approval to accept a new EMS lane into our system for addressing.
The EMS T
33J,
E33J.
should be J,
Is that correct?
yes, sir.
T33J.
Because they have a mess of them in there.
Okay. Any discussion? Yeah.
Pretty cut and dry. You got to name it. You've got it worked out with the numbers with the letter on it.
This was all part of a master plan, or how's that work that we're adding? Because it's not lots, so it's just.
Right. The EMS lanes were developed back during Mr. Mitchell's experience with EMS. And so as lanes are developed or roads would be developed, because a lot of our lakes didn't have road names, they identified it by a lake and a lane. So the main lane going into Petona Bay is T33.
Okay.
Every branch therefore becomes
The
an
letter
alpha.
after that.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I remember when I started on the sheriff's department, they told you it's the third house past the big pile of rocks on the corner.
Right.
And literally, that's the way you found places. There, nothing was named. So when they went to the T names, it was like graduating. It's good stuff. Okay, do you have a motion?
I make that motion.
It's been moved
Second.
and second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thanks, Lee.
gentlemen.
And since Sue-Ann's here, it's gotta be an honor that Dick did that. It's been a long time ago, but a lasting
Yeah.
legacy there.
Yeah. No doubt. You're quite welcome, Miss Taylor. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Okay. ARPA committee recommendations.
Okay, the following are ARPA committee recommendations. These have gone to the committee. They have reviewed it. It needs to come to the commissioners for approval, and then it'll go to the council for approval in September. We had a project that came in under what was appropriated. So this is where these dollars are coming from. There are no real dollars available in ARPA anymore. So we're just trying to appropriate these dollars that are not being used in another project at the county. So the first one is $23,000, and that's for the Justice Building parking lot to have cameras. So the Justice Building parking lot is going to be renovated. They're supposed to start this next week. In that project, the conduit was installed so we can put in fiber to have cameras for security in that parking lot. It will be the same system and be able to be viewed by the security in the Justice Building, just like they do now. So this is just an extension of that system.
Okay.
The next one is a work release security system. This is for cameras at work release. What they have out there is an antiquated system. This is to update. And again, this will be the same system that the courthouse and the Justice Building are on. So the security people uptown and vice versa will be able to view cameras as well for security.
Okay.
And that was $64,435. The next one is for $7,800. This is for the work release center. It's an exterior paint job. This is not the entire building. This is just the main entrance lobby area. It is wood, it's chipping and peeling, and it's in need of paint. So the next, I'm sorry.
It's been a few years. So.
Yes, it has. The next one for $7,425 is the work release parking lot. The highway has patched the potholes in the parking lot, and this would be for sealing and striping the parking lot. It is in need of that, way past due. Next one, Justice Building furniture for $220,000. This encompasses the second floor, all of the side chairs, replacing the chairs in the Superior 1, Circuit, and Juvenile courtrooms, the lobbies and offices, the side chairs in those offices as well. The next one for $66,900 is for a building assessment of several buildings, including the Justice Building, the courthouse, work release, the employee clinic, the annex, and the which is the where the extension office is located. This is a building envelope. There's several parts that go into this. They were in here in the courthouse working yesterday, scanning the interior of the building. They have done a drone flyover, which will help identify any roof repair that needs to be done and help us identify other repairs that maybe aren't quite visible to us. The last one is for $150,000. This is for the courthouse exterior camera system. This would include the installation of fiber around the courthouse, as well as cameras and poles to put those on that match the exterior of the courthouse. This will be on the same camera system as the courthouse itself, as well as the Justice Building. And as I said, these will go on with your approval. They will go on to the council for approval then. That's all I have. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Marcia. Appreciate your due diligence there. a lot of this stuff is maintenance things that we've been lax on in the past, but we got the money so we can keep the maintenance up. Entertain a motion
I'd make a motion
Accept.
to approve the
Second.
full list of projects for the
been-
county.
moved and second. Any further discussion? Everything carry. Okay. Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Very good. Thank you, Marcia. Kosciusko County Community Fair. We have Sheil and Randy here with us today. I think if they're get over their being bashful. Come on down. You're amongst friends mostly.
Good morning.
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 Hi, guys.
Well, we're here to ask for $85,790 for some very needed repairs. Not some of, but all of our barns in the 4-H end are in dire need of some roof repair. And we picked out two of the worst ones and asked for help on those. The beef barn is slated for $44,616. Our home and family arts building is $31,174. That would include pressure washing the building, do an acid wash, and do a repair on all the leaks and tape and seal all joints and to recoat the surfaces of both of those buildings. $10,000 was asked for electrical upgrades, and that would be a tip of what we need, but that gets us out of trouble right now. We want to put in a new service on the east end of the fairgrounds, so we can split up some of the power on that end to help alleviate some of the overdraws. So the total $85,790.
Is that the overdraws that blows up transformers? Is that what that is? I was there the night that happened. That was handled, and our emergency management director was there as well. I applaud him for being there so quickly. I mean, you guys worked it out at the fire department there, and no one got hurt. So it's great.
Yeah, that wasn't the fireworks we anticipated.
I didn't expect that. That's funny.
Just to clarify, my understanding is, I mean, obviously there's talk about the fairgrounds ultimately moving, and here we are putting money back into these fairgrounds. And my understanding is these are just kind of like literally the bare essential things that need done to just keep it operating and safe. And so it's not like we're pouring money into something, that may move eventually, may or may
Correct.
not. Nobody knows.
Yeah.
It makes it
Just clarify
usable
stuff.
for the next few years. It's to the point where we have to do something.
Yeah, it's that or close the buildings. I mean, they get to where they're unsafe, you're not gonna be using them, so, okay.
Yes.
Okay, we have a motion to accept the request.
I would make that motion.
Been
I'll second that.
moved and second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Keep
Thank you,
up the good work.
Thank you.
I know it's a labor of love. You guys aren't getting rich out there, so. Okay, County Attorney Ed Ormsby.
No public report.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate everything you do for us. County Administrator Marcia McSherry.
Yes, I have two proposals before you. The first one would be from Core Mechanical in the amount of $79,600. What this does is for the Public Safety Communication Project, the tower shelters, which houses an extremely expensive amount of equipment. This summer, when we had the heat wave, we were critically close to shutting down that system. We had 2 units, one in each of the 2 northern sites, and the north central site failed, and the temperature in there got very high. So what this does would replace those units in all 3 tower sites at Claypool, the county highway, and up by Dewart Lake with a barred wall mounted unit to prevent that in the future. So if one of those units would fail, the other one is sufficient to handle that capacity and cool or heat that shelter to preserve the equipment and the function of the public safety communication system. We did have an alternate quote but that was for a residential type unit, and I did check, and the industry standard is to use the barred wall. KRMC uses the same type of units, the phone companies and their shelters use these type of units. So the recommendation would be to go with the barred type unit at the 79,600.
Then we'd have a redundant system.
Correct.
Be protected. Okay. We have a motion to accept that request.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion approved, been moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
The next item I have is from Core Mechanical. This is for our planned maintenance proposal. This is for all of our buildings that have chillers, boilers, mini splits, walk-in refrigeration units. And we have not had an increase since 2022. And the increase is approximately $3,000. This proposal is for $25,179.
Okay, that's for 24 and 25. So
Yes.
that's the rest of this year and next year.
Mhm.
Okay. We have a proposal. We have a motion.
I'd make that motion.
Been
Second
moved
that.
and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Very good.
Okay, so we just talked about the Justice Building parking lot being renovated. So when they start, we're going to be shutting down half of that parking lot. So the north half of the parking lot, when they start, will be shut down. So we've made arrangements with our employees to park in other areas, and what that requires is 2 parking lease agreements, one with Shirley Polk for 2 months for the amount of $1,344, and with the option of a 3rd month if it becomes necessary. And the second one is for the Jacob Chalk, which is the old Harris parking lot. This one is for $2,000 for 2 months, and with the option of extending that if it becomes needed.
Okay. We have those proposals. Is there?
I'd make a motion.
Both of them at the same time?
Yes.
Okay.
I'd second that.
It's been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Also,
That's all I have. Thank you.
just
I'm
like
sorry.
to comment, I know Marcia took a lot of time to locate some different parking lots, and she presented it to the department heads with a map of showing where everybody's gonna park. So we think we've got a plan in order of where we're gonna be able to park people during this construction time. So appreciate that effort.
It's kind of like making an omelet. You got to crack some eggs. And I think you're doing a great job of getting that done. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay. Thank you, Carrie, for your input. County audit, you have anything further, Marcia?
That's all I have.
That's
Thank
it?
you.
Okay, you're welcome. County Auditor, Rhonda Helser, nothing today. Thank you very much. Any department head or office holder have business with the commissioners this morning?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Morning, Kip.
Good morning. As we all know, technology is wonderful when it works. And our tornado sirens are no exception to that because it uses 2 forms of technology, computers and radios. So to increase our reliability of activating our tornado sirens that are activated through central dispatch, we will be doing a reprogramming project that is starting next Monday. It'll run through next week, primarily south sirens on Monday, central sirens on Tuesday, and northern sirens on Wednesday. All of that weather dependent, of course, so we don't set them off when there's
Yeah, you don't want to set them
bad
off during
weather,
a tornado, do
things
you?
along those lines. But J&K has identified a great plan of getting that so our reliability is much higher than it was previously. So we just wanted to inform you that that's going to be happening next week.
Very good.
And we'll be notifying
Media.
local news media.
Okay. Very good. Thank you. Appreciate that update.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work. Anyone have any business with the commissioners this morning? Hearing none, we'll see you back here in 2 weeks on August 27th.